But let's see.
Where was Viego? Zoning the MF. Good. Who died? The Lux. Who got the kill? Me. Great. Lane's looking great.
After that, I died level 6.
No.
With 3
you
people.
died level 5.
I did.
Hold on.
Level 5.
You died level 5. And where were you? After stop. After I threw my E, we saw the graves there. Where are you?
True, that's true.
Where? No, say it out loud, babe.
Where was I? I was all the way in there, Tri-Bush.
Were you inside the Tri-Bush?
I jumped into Tri-Bush. And
After we just took out a ward in a Tri-Bush?
Yeah.
How many people get an assist on your death right here, Faith?
3 people.
What does that mean, Fade?
They get money.
Okay.
But
Is the gold spread? Is the gold spread? Yeah.
The Lux got the most money. And then let's look at the next fight
now,
after
where does that
right?
leave me, Fade? What happens after you die?
But the whole I can't like if I'm not there, we lose everything every time.
Okay, right, because
like
what happened here?
This too.
I wish I could zoom out. I wish I could zoom out. What happened is
our next fight.
Tunnel visioning. That's it. That's all it was. Just straight tunnel vision. You see fight, you want fight. I say MF level 6. No counter MF level 6.
Wait,
current.
no.
I did say it. Go ahead and run back that YouTube VOD. Go ahead and run back that YouTube VOD. I told you. MF is going to come up behind us on level 6. She's going to press her R. And there's a ward in Tri-Bush, Faye. Faye don't care about the ward in Tri-Bush. Where am I?
In between the MF and the other team. Action gets double right here. Mid lane finally comes up.
Because where is Vel'Koz?
Then, after this fight, the next fight, we were supposed to win.
Hold on. We ain't there yet.
And you got hit.
Hold on. We ain't there yet. Where'd that leave me? Where does that leave me? The lowest HP ADC in the lowest champion in the game, period. Where does that leave me? How many times I gotta be 1, out of my own auto range, and 2, with no front line. I chose Ashe because I thought I had a frontliner. I can't. Hold on.
I dodge it. Okay. When it comes to these, I can't stop you. I can't make you not get hit by the E's and the Q's from Lux.
Who the fuck said anything about no Lux, Q, or E? I didn't say shit about that shit. Okay, hold on, Fade. Hey, Fade. By the way, no, check. 8 minutes in, I said, hey, bro, MF has 6. And there's a ward here in Tribush. And you heard that, or you just tunnel vision straight into the fight outside of my auto range?
I did hear that. I did hear that.
Oh, okay. You just didn't give
I'm
a fuck. Okay, good to know. And so then you fighting.
wait.
Hold on. Then you fighting. And where am I? I got a front line right here. I got a front line right here. Let me know about it. Tell me about it. Tell me how much I got a front line right here after I already called out to my teammate that's a frontliner that I thought was a frontliner. Are we talking about
the 8 minute?
Hey, yeah, I'm still on this 8 minute shit because you keep trying to sit here talking about some. Oh, I can't help you if you get hit by the Lux E that you're not near. The Lux E that has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
I stay away from the Lux. Like I get stunned once in a while, but I'll stay away from the E's and the Q's and try to fight. But then you get hit by them and you're too low to back me up if I do jump in. But I can't stop you from getting hit by them.
And I said anything about that?
No.
Oh, okay. What did I say, Fade?
You said like I was going in when I was not supposed to. And I was supposed to be a frontline. You went Ash because you expected me to be a frontline.
Yeah. No. Yes, I said that, but in this particular, you way up here. Notice how you way up here. Notice how you still way up here. I can't even get any damage in, and you stay yelling about, oh, my ADCs, they need to be able to do damage. Well, maybe you should start fights with them with being inside ADC's ranges. Maybe if you want extra damage, maybe you should fucking have some fucking patience before you just go fucking all in. And I have the fucking range of not way further fuck there.
I'm not gonna lie. With this Lux Misfortune matchup, right? They are gonna poke us out regardless, right? Our job is to dodge them.
Who gives a fuck? Fade. I don't care. I sat there and I wasn't taking any poke. I out-farmed MF. Even when I was still behind. The point is when it came down to fighting, I was not there. Only you were there. That is why you were the only person getting kills. That is why when you were the only person getting fed, you were the only person retrieving gold. When you died and all of our gold were on you, that is why the game failed.
No, I feel, dog, the gold was on me, yes. But if we
Alright,
can't
let's go to the next fight. Let's go to the next fight. Let's go to the next fight.
Let's go to the next fight.
Look
at 10
this.
minutes. 10 minutes? This double kill? You get hit by 2 E's and then get hit by a stun REQ by Lux and die, and then I have to 1v2.
You have to 1v2 after I die,
yes,
or
that
you
is
just have to leave?
Alright.
If your ADC be so for real. Be so for real. You think, my teammate just died. I should probably 1v2 instead of walking the fuck away.
No, I jumped in trying to save you. I jumped in trying to save you.
Why would
and
you
I
do that?
die.
Why would you do that? If you know I'm the squishiest fucking person.
Because,
if I'm the squishiest ADC ever, if I'm dead, why fight?
So
why point blank period, why would you even take a losing fight? You win that?
Because I know I'm gonna do something, right? If you know that you're unable to catch up, then don't go to the fight. You just farm. This fight, the EQ combo that Lux did on you cleared your whole health bar, and there's nothing I could do about that.
EQR? Yeah, she full comboed me.
Yes, but before that, you got hit by 2
did I ever sit there and blame you for it? Am I blaming you for this? No, I'm blaming you for the 8-minute fight. This is the 10-minute fight. And I don't have shit to say about it other than you wanted to fight that? You thought it was a good idea to go ahead and 1v2 that? Yeah.
I didn't think it was a good idea.
Stay on that.
I'm trying to.
No, stay on that.
Got stunned,
go ahead, because you win that,
when
right?
You got stunned right there, right?
That? No, but you win that?
No, I had to.
Oh, you win that, though. You win that, because that makes sense.
I wish. If I did miss Q, I bet I could get a trade-off, a 1-for-1. But I missed Q.
Is it a 1-for-1, or would it be a 1-for-2? That's worth? A 1
Yeah,
for
one
2
for
is
two.
worth?
1 for 2. Well,
That's worth?
for me, it's a 1 for 1. But there's no other. What else could I do here?
You
There
back the
like
fuck off. I'm dead. I'm dead. Point blank period. I'm
yes,
dead.
but
Lux has
that's
no
because
Q. Lux has no E. Lux has no R. She's fully out of abilities. You press your fucking get out of jail no fucking damage shield card and you walk the other direction.
yeah. Then okay. I'm trying to say
Okay, because
there is
now when I press
nothing we can
tab,
do.
now because when I press tab, not she's up more gold. But for some reason, I matched her on farm. How the fuck that work
Yeah,
out?
but she has kills, bro. The kills
Okay,
will,
the point is, I have a problem in lane, and you trying to sit here talking
but
about some, oh, we in lane, this and
we
that,
don't
do
need the
do, da da
farm.
da.
We
You
need
have to dodge
damage.
this, da da la 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 la. No, it has nothing to do
We
with
don't need the
that.
farm. We need damage. We need a damager. We need them to be able to die. And the only person that can do damage is me because our jungle went full crit in our mid laner. At
And
farm, we
you
need
left our
damage
mid laner out to dry multiple times. You left
because
Vel'Koz to die multiple times.
dog. There is a when am I just out here just leaving motherfuckers? Our next fight is right here, right? The next fight is 13 minutes. No, our next fight is after the 10-minute fight where I RN and get the kill on ADC because I have to. We have to get something. And then Lux flashes.
You get the shutty, and I tell you, I just want to farm and get these towers. You say,
but we can't. For example, even if you want to farm and get the towers, we can't even get 2 tower because they have more damage and they have way better clear. Lux clears with her R.
At 11 minutes in, you mean to tell me that I can't touch this tower here with a dead MF and a Lux that has no fucking HP? You mean to tell me that was a bad idea? Okay, and then Fade, please tell me what the fuck this is. 11 minutes, 28 seconds. What the fuck is this? After I tell you, I just want to hit the tower and get some fucking plates.
11 minute 28 right here. Where? Yeah, you're taking tower. You're doing well. I was pushed up way past, and their jungler's coming down. We're about to get into another fight.
Who is we?
We were. No, that's
exactly.
That's 15 minutes in. That's 15 minutes in. Yes, but that's because we had killed her. If we did not kill her with my R, then she would have been just not. We would never be able to touch her turret. Like, I'm ahead, but I need something to keep it.
You're not ahead, Fade.
Yeah, but
press tab.
Right, 2-3, 3-1. I could 1v1.
Is not the marker of what makes you ahead.
All right, I got a question, Joe. What should I have done to make sure? Should I prioritize you more than? Cause in this, right? If I prioritize myself over you, and I'll be able to fight. If I prioritize you over me, then you get.
I think you play every role with the top lane mindset of I'm by myself. This is my game, and I'm finna play this game. You ain't looking for these wards. You're not looking at your teammates' positioning. You're not taking care of supporting the entirety of your team. You had all of our gold. Our entire fate was on you. And instead of using your pressure, the kill pressure that you had with your presence to make sure that our other damage dealer, this guy, someone else that could have been dealing damage.
The only other person that was dealing damage on our team was our mid.
Exactly. And that was that Vel'Koz. And there was twice that you said, okay, I'm going to just leave now. And then you turned into chat and said, oh, why were you there? And I said I was protecting Vel'Koz because who the fuck else going to do it?
But there's
not the support.
You can't. It's impossible to protect Vel'Koz when they have more damage. They have way more damage than we do. have a fed mid laner, a fed jungler, and a fed freaking bot lane. There is no protecting Vel'Koz. If Vel'Koz out mispositions, then he's getting nothing. There is no protecting Vel'Koz, especially when you're behind already. We have to go for what we can take, and I'm the only person that can go for it because I'm the only person that do damage. Jungler gets popped like a bubble because he went full 8 crit, which is crazy because if he built like how I built, we would have won the game. If he had a semblance of health and went bruiser instead of where he went, we would have won. This. And right here, like for example, fight at 14:30. I go in 100% because our jungler is here, bro. If he said skip it, he already ganked mid, right? Killed mid. If he said skip it and came to the fight, then we win it.
I'm at 14:43, 14:30 fight where?
14:30 fight where I'm fighting Lux, and Lux has to flash out, and our jungler.
By yourself?
Yes, I have enough health to fight. I died by a 2 people autoing me down.
Hold on. Hold on, because I actually don't think that you watching at 4:16. No. Hold on. Hold on. At 4, I'm watching it right the fuck now, Fade. At 4:18, me and you are behind the dragon pit, and Viego is just now entering the jungle with Action pushing mid, and Vel'Koz full health.
4:18.
14:20.
14:20.
14:20.
Yes.
We're taking out a ward in Tribush. And then I tell you, I want to play safe and get this tower mid. So let's not try and take any fucking crazy fights.
But these fights are winnable, bro. These fights are so winnable. The reason that I said we win these fights is because I have my item, right? You have an item, right? The Lux does not have an item, right? Our jungler should come up and fight the dude instead of coming up and fighting the dude. And I didn't even mention that. Not only that, we have a Shen with Arup. There is no losing this.
We lost.
If he are to, yes,
Shen
because we have players that don't know.
Shen wasn't gonna R. Viego's mid.
Right.
Viego is mid.
No, Viego's not mid. At 14:30, Viego's starting drag instead of ganking. Viego went from mid straight to drag instead of coming to the fight.
Yeah.
And then I die by the Lux all because I have health.
Hey. Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
I can't.
Yeah, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Tell me where Viego is starting Drake at 14:30 with you about to engage on Lux after I tell you that I'm going to farm bot. Where is Viego?
He's at the bush. Do you think he could have came down?
Okay, stop. At 14:18, where were we? Behind Drag Pit. Then we take out a ward, and I tell you I'm a farm bot. Viego was just entering his jungle. He was just entering his jungle. Actions pushed up, and Vel'Koz is full HP. So, I don't know. No, he wasn't at Drake like you were fucking insisting.
He had ganked. If we look at the bot, he had ganked Action, killed Action, and was ready to come down. Look, he's about to kill Action here. He's about to kill Action here.
at 14:30, and you were like yelling at me how Viego should have came like that. I had to die, and he was on the fucking Drake. Like, just you were wrong. That's not what he was doing.
Okay, let's look at press play. Let's play press play. Right, mid lane is gonna die here, right?
No.
Mid lane is gonna die. He's gonna die right here. This is the quickest death ever. He dies immediately. He looks at this and then goes down. I'm here. Bros already have health, and Lux used flash. She has to flash out. She has to flash out. Now, look.
I used E. I saw Graves. Graves was a known factor. We also saw Graves mid. Where the actual hell do you think that this is worth? When this was open.
Bro. Because do you know what would happen? They would just come down and clear the wave anyway. They would come down and clear the wave. You have to flash out the wave. And Graves gets the kill while he's on drag and still doing drag instead of coming.
Because that's the safe thing to do. We need objectives. This is a tower game. This entire game is based on pushing towers, getting objectives to strengthen your team and push a tower. It's a tower defense game. This isn't fucking Valorant. We're not fucking out here dicking off for kills. This is not TDM.
Alright.
They got 2 kills again for 1. When we could have just strengthened the entire team with an Inferno drag and a tower. If we just played it patient.
You're dead ass right. You're dead ass right.
Because I think we lose this Drake.
No, we get this Drake because of Shin.
Thank God for it.
But, bro. Motherfuckers just. They don't see nothing. They don't see what is there. What the option is.
Who is they, Fade? Like, they don't see that fight was probably less worth than a Drake and a tower?
No. All right, let's say, all right. In this fight, let's go back to that fight. Let's go back to that fight right now. Go back to that fight. Let's see. If, let's say, during this fight, right? Let's say I'm right here, right? I'm fighting these two. Fucking blasted. I got blasted, right? You're fighting. Imagine if, let's go back 15 seconds. Go back 15 seconds. I'm fighting her. He's pushing the wave. The wave is pushing up. Press play. Press play. Let's see. Shin Ard right here. If Shin Ard right here, the wave is pushing up, and he's never gonna touch this KO. Shin Ard's right here. Instead, he R's after. After when a Graves is one person, right? It's one dude versus a 2v1. This whole fight could have been legendary. Because then, you know what happens? Shin protects you, and then you get a kill on both Graves and Ashe. I get Ardo right here. I get a full health shield. I'm able to W1 to her and get my health back because I have Sundered Sky. I get to W on her and get my health back because I have Sundered Sky.
But you do damage.
I
Oh,
do.
you do so much damage. I have to go in because I do damage. Why did Lux live?
Dog,
With a full
I
ignite.
do.
After you fully ignited her. But you do damage.
No.
You do
Do you know what's
damage.
crazy? She
You do
had to
damage
flash.
though. Oh no, but you do damage.
She had to flash to get away from me. She had to
Oh,
flash
she
because
had
she
to
knows my Q
flash. She
would
had to
finish.
flash. No, but you do damage. So your all
I,
that damage means to that also accounts for the fact of for all her escape, right?
she got out. She got out. There
You know,
and
but you do
then we
damage.
have. I just don't understand why we
You
have
have
so
to
much
go in
utility.
because you do damage. You have to put us into these risky fights, and with Drake and Tower ready to be took, you do all this damage, all that damage on Lux. We could have got first Tower and an Inferno Drake and been the fuck up out of there.
Like
Spent that gold, and
all,
Renan finally went in for
all
those risky
oblivious.
fights.
All oblivious. To
Oblivious?
the
No,
plotline.
they're not
Yes.
oblivious. They press tab. They see the fact that you 2-4, I'm 2-2, and I got one motherfucking item, and they don't want no parts. If I press tab and I'm the jungler and I see that I can safely take this Drake because my two fucking dumbleheads are getting smashed on, yeah, I'm gonna fucking take the Drake. I don't want shit to do with that.
But he does it later in the game. He does nothing to the end of the game. Why take this dragon if you can't take anything else? At least be in fights and then stop stuff.
No, Fade, we have to play from behind. And when you play from behind, you are now forced to collect your gold from mistakes the enemy team makes. You cannot force anything. You can't fucking throw your fucking coin up in the air and fucking just force everything and give away more gold to an already ahead team. And by the way, mind you, we not even that. We only a K apart in gold before you die. And then you die. And then I have to die. And now we are 2K apart in gold. Fade. We probably could have closed that 1K gold gap with a Drake and a Tower. Got some team gold. Spent that money for damage items and came back with a vengeance. That's what we could have did. But who wanted to be risky? And who was risky the entire motherfucking game?
We can't play safe all the time.
We are 14 minutes in. This ain't even all the time. We just stopped laning phase. Turret plating just failed, my boy.
But we
ahead.
losing at every front. We were losing regardless. Mid won and then lost out.
Fucking not losing right now.
Yes, we are.
Oh my god, we're a K behind. We were 1K behind. Be so fucking for real, Fade. Stop trying to cope. Stop copium. Stop the copium.
Hey, that's my fault. I don't know how to play from behind because usually I'm not behind. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't know how to play from behind because usually I'm not behind. He are here instead of like what are here to kill one person.
That R was a waste. Yeah, that R was a waste. So was you dying right there instead of getting that damn tower with me, like how I asked you in voice comms. Why are we even in voice comms? Why are we even in voice comms? Be so for real with me.
If he are there, then we would have killed them all.
You making my bug bite itch. How irritated I am.
If he are there, we would have killed them all.
If he are there, we would have killed them all.
He gave. Let's look at the shield he got. He got like a 600.
You know what? He probably only are there because Kale was resetting. Nah, Kale had just shoved. Look how much control Kale has of top side. Like,
yes, she's better than him. He didn't do anything against her. Later in the game, the only person
I see why Mikey gets so motherfucking irritated with me when it comes to my
but what's crazy?
Yeah, no, I do because you know what? I ain't got the best macro, but let me tell you, trying to explain macro is like trying to talk to a brick fucking wall, and I see why Mikey be motherfucking irritated because not about the Mikey. It's not about the motherfucking champion. It's about the macro. And you know what? Shout out Mikey because if it wasn't for Mikey, I wouldn't be thinking about macro. Oh my god. Oh, my fucking head hurts.
and then
No, Vel'Koz
later,
is fed now. Nah,
the
nah, nah,
the
nah, 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 nah. You can't even tell me that we
Vel'Koz is
losing on
fit.
every fight.
Let's see
No,
what
because you
happens. Let's
can't
continue.
fucking sit here and tell me that we losing on every front. But we have mid lane, and you know what? You know what? We're even in the jungle as much as you don't think so. Skill wise, fine. Viego, is he the best? Viego, I don't know.
No,
That's
he's
not. Hey,
dog.
and that's not the motherfucking point. The point is our objectives. And guess what? Hate to break it to you. Objectives are a team effort. They not up to the jungler's soul. They're not up to the jungler by themselves. It is a team effort. That's why damage to objectives is a statistic that everybody gotta feel. Hate to break it.
All right. Let's get later into the game because I was hard pushed up too much later into the game. I'm gonna be honest.
All the damn time. Had nobody there. Always wanted to fight with people that you swear up and down didn't know how to motherfucking fight, but for some reason every motherfucking fight you wanted to take was with the jungler you always talking shit about. You hate that motherfucker so much. Why you fighting with him? You think he's so motherfucking trash. Why you next to him? You want to be trash too?
No, I do not. No, ma'am. No,
Alright,
ma'am.
so
I'm sorry. You say you hate that motherfucker so much. Have you seen Boondocks?
yeah.
Never mind. Never mind.
Why?
You're
about
my
to call me
mom right
Uncle
now.
Ruckus? Okay.
No, you're my mom right now. You are my black mom. You got your hand on my ear, yanking me, telling me you want to be badass so much. Now I'm about to show you what. Yeah. My bad. My bad. I am a hyper aggressive support because I only play top. And I can't.
It's not
I'm not
even
gonna lie. I
about
cannot
being
play
hyper aggressive.
passively.
Like you can be hyper aggressive. Oh, but it's all about making sure that we. Boy, I'm about to beat
I'm
the
full
brakes
health.
off you.
I'm full health. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
1729. You stood in that bush on top of a ward.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Watch me right here. Watch me right here. Let's play.
Press play.
He's yeah.
Fade.
I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I swear on everything. I'm not gonna die here.
I'm gonna
not gonna
press
die.
tab. I'm gonna pan to everybody else on this map, Fade, and then I'm gonna press play. Okay? I'm gonna press tab. I'm gonna pan to where all of our teammates are on this map. And then I'm gonna press play.
That's the one kill he got all game.
I want to know how Vel'Koz died for real. Oh, Kale killed Vel'Koz. That's how Kale got so damn strong.
Like,
and I told you the R up there too.
I can't. I swear on everything. My R is only half the map.
Yeah. So hear me out. Why not walk into our range? I don't know.
No. Okay. You're all right. So for me to
this way, I told you I'm finna take a back, and they probably need you at Rift Herald. So why not while I'm pressing recall, you just
no. If I were to walk, I would have to go all the way to mid. I have to get to mid, and then I can only R to like where Graves is standing right now. And he's already there, right? I would have to be at mid right now to get to where Graves is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Look how long that fight took them.
We're both down bot.
Yeah. And then
you get hit. You're backing, right? You're backing, right?
I told you I remember this very clearly. I said I just want this wave and then I want to bag. But if I get hit with one more E, I really got to back. MF hits me with a Q. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my cannon and I'm gonna get the fuck up out of there. Hey, by the way, hold on. I said, oh, by the way, you should probably go Rift, R into Rift. My R don't go there.
But I swear it don't.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I know. But here's the idea, right? as a support, especially a support with like, you know, you got all that damage. You looking for every single objective, right? If you was top lane, if you were playing Pantheon top lane, you'd be looking at this objective, right?
Yeah, I would have killed. If I was Pantheon top lane, I would have beat the top laner and killed Graves.
Okay. Anyway, regardless, if people were near your pit, because that's your pit. People near your pit, you pan over, you take a look, you be looking. You got eyes on it. Yes. You want to make sure, right? When you playing support, you looking at all the pits all the time. You got a teammate over there, real quick. Space bar, back to my camera. Real quick.
All right.
Back to my camera. Just taking a look. Oh, that looked like a fight. Oh, let me start getting over there.
No.
That's why I had told you.
As soon as you backed, right? You backed here. I'm about to push the wave in. I stop. I stay there for a second. I give myself about 4 seconds. Even if I start walking, I only get to under where Scuttle is. If I start walking, press play. If I start walking right now, I only get to under where Scuttle is.
Okay. What if you started walking when I start walking away? Let's see.
If you start walking back. If you start walking back, and I leave.
Hold on. Let's count the time. Let's count the time. Go to your practice tool for me. Go to your practice tool.
I'm not practice tool right now. But
go to your practice tool since you know so damn much. Okay, hold on. I get my cannon. I tell you, oh, they probably need you at Rift Herald, but I'm back now. I'm leaving. And now we shall start the timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I mean, it took a whole of 19 seconds for Rift Herald to die, so...
Yeah, you just got back in the base. I'm still in 80 something, because the support is not there. So I'm like, all right, but I don't have to be there.
You don't have to be there.
But I would have to leave. I would have to leave. And they would see me leave, right? They would just see me walking up.
Would see you leave.
They would stop me.
Does Lux,
they wouldn't let me leave.
Does Lux have a cross, like, multitude R? Like, can Lux match your R when you get to jump in, stun somebody, and block damage? No. Can MF match you when you are in, jump in, stun somebody, and block damage? No.
But I cannot get to them in time. There's no, I mean, unless I was already.
Maybe you could. Maybe you could. It's just an idea of, like, you know, if you're playing support, maybe you look towards things that you can show up on, or that you might be able to show up on. It's better to have, you know what? I'm not even finna tell you that it's better to have tried than not attempted at all, because your ass would take that as, okay, then I'm gonna fight this when you need to fight that. You didn't just do that. You didn't have to do that. You know you didn't have to do that. That tower is still standing. That tower could have been gone. We could have been had first tower. We could have been mid. You know what? And you know what? If we had taken that first tower and got that Drake and just played it motherfucking safe, we could have been mid. And we would have been there for that damn fight.
Yeah,
ain't that some shit?
That's true. Level 6.
Yeah, ain't that some damn shit?
Yeah, that's true. If we would have taken that.
Kind of stinking here how some shit that was.
We have that as a motherfucking jungler. And their top laner is also ahead.
I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about me and you and our game and how we could have made this game better. That's it. That's it, Buki.
She had to flash. That's her flash right there. Alright.
But you do damage. Oh, but you were telling me. What were you telling me? Oh, JoJo, but you have to dodge the Q's and the E's though, JoJo.
They both saw the R.
JoJo, you have to dodge it. You gotta dodge the Q and E, JoJo. JoJo, I do damage, JoJo.
Dog, I did enough damage for her to flash, and then they come in and yank you afterward. Because later in the game, I'm able to hold. Later in the game, I'm able to hold my own, but it don't matter because they're strong.
I can't watch any more of this. It's already 11.
What? After?
I gotta go. I got to go.
The rest of the match.
I got to go. I got to go to bed.
I apologize.
I got work tomorrow.
You going to bed?